Hello, magandang umaga sa buong Pilipinas. Nasa second reading na po ang Kongreso sa kanilang House Bill na pagpapalawig ng termino ng barangay at sangguniang kabataan eleksyon. Tapos na po ang Senate ng kanilang version. Ngunit dito na pa ako sa Congress, nasa second reading pa po. Aywan ko kung hindi pa ito madidelay dahil may nalalabi pang 3 weeks bago ang final and third reading and then bicameral ng dalawang kampo, the Senate and the Congress. Ito, panoorin natin ang buong detalye.
The Honorable Arnan C. Panaligan from the 1st District of Oriental Mindoro is recognized for his sponsorship.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, fellow members of the House of Representatives, ladies and gentlemen, as Vice Chair of the House Committee on Local Governments and Chair of the Committee's Technical Working Group, I have the honor of sponsoring on the plenary House Bill number 11287, which is a substitute bill of 18. In so doing, we will be able to prevent and avoid the holding of 2 elections in a single year, thus minimizing huge budgetary expenses and also reducing too much politicking that happens in case of frequent elections or political exercises at short intervals. The substitute bill also moved the conduct of the barangay and sangguniang kabataan elections to May from October upon the recommendation of the Commission on Elections. There is practical wisdom in doing so. October is a typhoon season. Just last October, we experienced 4 typhoons in a single month. School buildings are usually converted into evacuation centers during typhoons. Thus, the conduct of elections on that period might interfere with disaster response measures of the local government units. Furthermore, the summer months coincide with the school break when the classrooms would be available for the polling exercise, and our school teachers are free to act as election officers. A longer term for barangay and sangguniang kabataan officials would also have salutary benefits. The barangays serve as the basic political unit in our scheme of government. The barangays are the primary planning and implementing unit of the government. They are at the front line in service delivery, peace and order maintenance, disaster mitigation and response, environmental management, and other vital governmental functions. If the barangay officials will be given a longer term of office, we can develop a core of well-trained, well-experienced, and skilled leaders at the grassroots level, free from the pressures and vagaries of constant politicking. The barangay officials can focus on their responsibilities as community leaders and promote the welfare of their constituents without being distracted by electoral considerations. By fixing the term of barangay officials and sangguniang kabataan officials to 6 years, we will also obviate the need to enact legislation postponing or resetting their elections, which was declared unconstitutional by the Supreme Court in the case of Makalintal versus Commission on Elections, decided last June 27, 2023. I want to stress, Madam Speaker, that in enacting this proposed legislation, Congress is not postponing or resetting the barangay and sangguniang kabataan elections. Neither are we extending the terms of these officials, for that would be constitutionally untenable as pronounced by the Supreme Court in the Makalintal case. Instead, in this proposed legislation, Congress is fixing with definitiveness the terms of barangay and sangguniang kabataan officials, which, in the determination of constitutional boundaries, is a power clearly and exclusively allocated by the fundamental law to Congress. As stated in Article 10, Section 8 of the 1987 Constitution, the term of office of elective barangay officials shall be determined by law. The bill fixing the term of office of barangay and sangguniang kabataan officials is therefore within the constitutional prerogative of Congress. For this reason, I believe that this proposed legislation can withstand any constitutional challenge. In view of the foregoing, Madam Speaker, the approval of House Bill number 11287 by this chamber is earnestly requested. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we recognize the Honorable Faustino Ino D, the 5th of the 6th District of Isabela, to deliver his sponsorship speech.
The Honorable Faustino Ino D is recognized for his sponsorship speech.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, firstly, we have crafted this